Hi everybody, my name is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the second weekly update video. Other than the cars going by, this is a lot quieter than the last video, right? Haven't done any makeup today, and that's because it is Sunday. I don't usually do makeup unless it's like a date night look, but I did actually just film 2 videos prior to this, or like makeup related videos. Usually I always do my makeup, but I woke up late, and usually, you know, when you get like your regular amount of sleep, for me it's like 3.5, 4 hours. Yes, probably not enough, but that's what's been happening because of our baby and stuff and just life. And then last night I got like 6 hours of sleep, so I feel very sluggish and I just didn't feel like doing makeup. And we're also going swimming later, right after I'm done filming. So my husband just took my daughter out. He's gonna gas up my Jeep for the week, and my baby is inside sleeping. So I have to try to do this video as fast as I can because I'm afraid he's gonna wake up soon. I'm on the other side of my yard with my fuchsias right here. I have to do a garden tour because I did actually plant all of my flowers and stuff. So they're all planted, they're just still growing. So you can see up here I have one of my hanging baskets, and it's just a baby because I planted that one myself. So over the course of summer, they get to be beautiful. I do a lot of petunias in those baskets because they're the most beautiful, in regards that you don't have to deadhead them as much. I still do if I have time, but lately I just haven't. I never did any vegetables this year. I just lack of time again, and also we're trying to not use as much water this year as well. I have a feeling, especially with all the fires that have been happening, I have a feeling that we're going to have a water shortage here in Edmonton. Sherwood Park has had water shortages quite a bit last year, so we just have to be careful. I do have, the reason why I'm on this side is because I have neighbors moving on the other side and there's lots of noise and stuff, and I don't want to put anyone on camera. If you could see that, like, I don't want to, you know, just do it over here where it's nice and quiet. I did write some notes in my planner. Like I said, I did just finish doing 2 videos. I've been talking about this in my work business plans. Sorry, that's the neighbor's truck. In my work business plans, I've been talking about these videos forever. So one was my Jeffree Star collection, my palette collection video. I did that one finally. It took forever, and I had so many palettes. I did not realize how many I had. So now when I do that video and I edit it, I'm going to go back in and write down all of the ideas I want to do like makeup looks of. And also, like, some of the palettes I feel like I haven't touched that often. So if you're into makeup like me, you might buy some palettes, and then you might be like, find a favorite and you always use that one, but then you never go back into the first one you bought, right? And with me, because I have YouTube as one of my business, my YouTube channels, my makeup is one of my YouTube channels. I mean, I always purchase a lot of makeup, and so my last Sephora haul, which is another video I did today, and that haul, I think I ordered those products in March, and it's already the beginning of June, basically. Like, today is May 27th. Oh, this is my dog Jack, by the way. He is half Japanese chin and Yorkie. Yeah, half Yorkie and half Japanese chin. My other dog, no, I don't know where she is right now. Anyway, so I'm just gonna open my binder. This is my Miranda binder. This is the compact that I was talking about in the last video. And you guys have seen my setup already, right? So this is the front cover. I won't really talk about it too much. I did write some notes out today for myself. I'm excited to use it. This is what my June setup looks like. So I tried to put literally everything on there. I put my YouTube stuff, abbreviated of course, because there's not a whole lot of room for it. But anyway, this is today. So some of those tasks I can cross off. I have swim and barbecue. As soon as we come back from swimming, I'm going to do a barbecue. My mom will probably stay, hopefully she'll stay and come over for a barbecue. I'm going to make potato salad and steak and corn on the cob and garlic bread. So all of the fixins. I usually don't like cooking on the weekend because I like to give myself a break. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday is usually off, but my husband needs something to eat for tomorrow for lunch anyway. So I'm going to cross off mow lawn, film update. We're doing that right now. I did the Sephora haul, and I did the Jeffree Star palette collection. I posted my plan with me. That was the weekly video that posted this morning, so Sunday. Usually I post the weekly one on Saturday. But yeah, I ended up doing it today because the monthly video fell in there, and now I've got a compact set up. Oh, and you guys, I ordered my compact inserts. I'm so excited. And I have a plan. So yes, I have Agendio inserts for my Franklin Classic. I know. Christine, if you're watching this video, you told me not to buy them. You said, hold off. And not that I want to admit to guilt. But maybe I should have held off. I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to use them. I'll probably use them for, what month do I want to use them for now? I don't know. But I think I've got 2 binders in mind that I want to switch into in the next couple of months. Like I already have plans in my head. I've been looking at the Franklin website, seeing if there's going to be some new beautiful binders coming out. I haven't seen anything I like yet. They're all canvas or pleather or whatever, and I don't like the new ones at all. Even the Reese binder that I bought, it's a Reese binder. It's the red ruby one. I only got it because I wanted a Christmas binder. And I've been watching the marketplace buy and sell for Franklin, and there's been a few binders that I'm like, oh, I want those, and like people are selling their vintage Auroras, and I'm like, do I want to buy this one, or am I holding out for something new that comes on Franklin? Like if Franklin decides to sell some vintage Auroras this fall, I don't know, but I'm going to hold out. I think unless I come across a really good deal, I think I'm going to hold out. The only thing I have to do on here is my expenses, so I can do that tonight. But other than going swimming, having a barbecue, and doing expenses, that's pretty much all I want to do. Before we go to bed, once we get the kids to bed, I suppose I should say, my husband and I just like to watch a movie, or he'll watch his Stargate Atlantis shows. He's trying to catch up on them all. He's watched them before. He's just rewatching them all. And I'm reading my book, The Fairy Games. And my favorite thing for a snack is popcorn with like this Colonel's cheddar cheese sauce that you put on and then drizzle it with butter. So good. Oh my gosh, like my favorite thing ever. So I eat that while I'm reading. And we just have our quiet time at the nighttime, and I love it. It's so good. So the other thing I might want to do is, because this is Sunday, I forgot. I do need to do that. I'm going to write this down. So it would be a very, very short video, but what I'm going to do is plan out my week going forward. Like I kind of wrote down some notes and stuff, but for the rest of the week, this one only goes till Wednesday, and then I would start June. So I'm going to plan from Monday to Saturday on the daily sheets here. Just write out everything I know in the calendar, and then also do a new updated card. So we'll check this one off and then transfer new tasks, and then I'll just take the tasks off the monthly sheets. But I'm going to do that and try to edit it tonight and have it posted, I guess probably for tomorrow morning. Because tomorrow I do have a makeup look being posted, I'm pretty sure. Let's just double check. I don't know if I actually posted this to my May setup here. I just put MM for Makeup Monday. Today is the tomorrow's the 29th. Let's see, I'm going to look under June. Monday, I don't have Makeup Monday videos posted on here. Okay, so I forgot to post Makeup Monday videos. I can't remember if I have a Makeup Monday video for Monday or not, but if I don't, I'm going to post the compact video. Oh no, that's right, I do. I have my goal video posting on Monday. So, maybe I'll just post it as a bonus video tonight. If I can edit it, I'll just post it right away and you guys can check it out. But I'm going to do a quick compact video planning. I think that'd be fun. But I've been loving this thing. So you guys know I love my classic binder. I'm not getting rid of it. I have too many binders to get rid of classic. I love classic size for all of my planner needs. But this is perfect for on the go. So if I have to refer to it, and then once you set it up, it's not really a big deal because it's not like you're having to do all the extra work, right? And if I just do a few minutes on Sunday, it's not a huge deal for me. This is my classic binder, so I have this big monstrosity here. And the other thing we have to do tomorrow actually is vote. So we have our provincial vote happening tomorrow. And so I'm going to vote during the day if my mom can watch the kids for me, and Chad will vote when he gets home after 6, because voting goes till 8 o'clock. Sorry. And the nice thing about it is the voting place is literally right across at the school from our house. So it's walk across the road, vote, come right back. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. And yeah, so that's good. So what I'm going to do now, oh yeah, and I already this is what I did. I'll show you guys. This is today. It's hard for me to hold this up. Again, these are still my Agendio inserts until I get to my seasons inserts on the 31st, or sorry, the 1st of June. This is tomorrow. So I forgot to put on voting, but I think I put, oh, I did put it on my calendar right here, just for the daily calendar. So my stickers are falling out. I've got a big mess here in front of me. So updates in regards to everything else. Last week, you guys, like, oh, and before I forget, so the last update video, I think I'm going to change the name of it or see if I can, because technically this is weekending it'll be weekending today. Today's the last day of the week for me, and today's the 27th, right? Yeah. So I'm going to put weekending the 27th. I think the last video I put the 4th, or maybe I put the 27th. I don't know. But I think I labeled it wrong. Hi. So. He literally just woke up, so he's a little grumpy. But I'm going to finish speaking or talking, and then my mom is actually bringing my older son over. They're coming right now, and then we're going to go swimming. So I have to hurry here. I'm just going to check out my planner because I know I put notes in here of what I wanted to talk about. So I think what I'm going to do is pretty much talk about the week from video to video. So if I posted that last video on, say, I posted it Wednesday, but technically it would be for like the Monday to Sunday. So that one would have been for the week before, and this one would be to the 27th. So on Monday. So we came home, and you guys saw me driving. The video quality was terrible because it was pouring, and while we absolutely needed the rain, it just didn't make for a very good video experience. So if I can do these videos on Sunday while my husband is here, that would be like the best thing, just so I can have some quiet time and he can take my daughter to the park or something, or out for errands. And I think that would be the easiest, so I can film the videos somewhat quietly. So I think I want to talking about, right, I just had to get my mind in the right frame of mind here to talk about everything that happened this past week. So as I think I told you guys, my husband's Baba, his grandma, passed away, not this week, but the week prior. So I think it was like, I wrote it down, but it was like Monday or Tuesday. It wasn't really real until we saw her in the coffin. That happened over Thursday and Friday. So she was Ukrainian Orthodox. They had a huge funeral for her. It was a lovely service, but it was a Catholic, basically. They had incense in the church and stuff. So before I get to that part of it, I guess, Tuesday, we got home Monday night. I was super, super busy. We were packing, like putting all the clothes away, doing all the laundry, cleaning up, putting everything away. We take a lot of stuff with us, right? And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday were catch-up days. So I worked so hard and I did so much stuff to catch up. I filmed so many videos. I had to plan for my big plan with me for the month for June, my compact video. I just had so many things to do that I just felt I was way overwhelmed. I was way over my head. I was doing laundry. I was like, my mom had to clean the house for us when we had gone to Red Deer, so that was so nice of her. But I just had so many business things to do, and between looking after my daughter and looking after my baby and picking up my son from school, it was very hard. That happened. He actually didn't have school Tuesday, Wednesday, so Thursday was hard because my husband had to go to the funeral on Thursday. If I had been able to, I would have gone Thursday and Friday, but Thursday would have been too long of a day to take all the kids with me. So he left at noon here, and he didn't get back till 11 o'clock that night. So it would have been too hard for the kids. So I voted to stay home for the kids, with the kids, and I took my son to school like normal, and I just did all of my work. And I did so much work. Like, I think I probably did like 10 hours of work in like the amount of work that I would do in like 10 hours. I got it done in like 6. And even doing 6 hours of work with my kids present, it was so hard. So anyway, so I finished all that. My husband came home at 11. and carried on. And then Friday Friday was a really long day because, and I wanted to do 3 videos, but I only ended up doing 1. We woke up at 6 and then we left for the funeral. It was in Two Hills, which is about an hour and a half away. We left at 7, I think it was 7:45 in the morning, and we got there by 9:30. And then the funeral inside the church, because it was so smoky with incense fumes, I had to take Logan out of the church because he couldn't breathe. Like I could see he was struggling. So I didn't want to be disrespectful, but at the same time, my baby's life, is a little bit more important. So I went out and waited for everybody to come out, and then we walked over to the cemetery. My husband was one of the pallbearers, so we walked in procession across the road all the way to the back corner of the cemetery, and we did our goodbyes there, and it was really beautiful. It was a gorgeous day, so that was really nice. And I didn't seem as sad, I guess, as obviously I'm not direct family, so it wasn't the same for me as it would be my husband or even his mom, especially his mom, right? And she had 4 other siblings, so they were really upset. Obviously, it's their mother, but I look at it like this, and it's funny because my husband's sister, my sister-in-law, she had a baby literally 5 days ago. So I understand that for her it's extra emotional because she just had a baby. She's experiencing postpartum, lack of sleep, and then her grandma dies. It's really hard for her. But for me, I look at it as if this woman had a magnificent life. She lived till she was 93 years old, and her family was all there for her, and none of us would have been there if it weren't for her. I wouldn't have been there because I would never have met Chad if he hadn't been born. So it's just amazing how things work out. And at the end too, she couldn't move. She hadn't been walking for years. She could hardly speak. She couldn't see. She was completely blind. So it was just, she was ready too. She told her daughter that she was just ready to go, right? And so I think she's in a better place. And I think we're all sad because she'll no longer be in our life. I think she's just better off right now. It's just easier. And it's one of those things when I feel like it's more tragic if somebody dies when they're really young, compared to if they've lived out their whole life and they've got this beautiful, all of these lovely family members left behind to celebrate her life. It's just beautiful. So anyway, I'm very thankful that I got to be part of it anyway, and my husband was very happy that I was there to support him, and I was happy too. Tuesday was super busy because I had to catch up. I had to do everything on Tuesday, which was usually my blog, and then I had to catch up all of Monday's stuff, which I forgot about. I forgot to post my blog on Monday because I wasn't home, so I had to play catch up. And I think Marsha said the same thing in her video when she said she hadn't planned for 2 weeks out of May. Once you fall out of that plan, even if it's for one day and you're oh no, what am I doing? It kind of sets you up for failure for the rest of the week. So if you're always playing catch up, it's super hard to try to get ahead because now you're always playing catch up, right? And I find that it's way easier to stay in the groove than it is to get out of the groove for even one day. So I wanted to show again, I'm using my notes pages on here so well. And in my compact, I don't have a lot of room to put the stuff I do all the time. So the trackable stuff, the drinking water, unless I put a tracker in here maybe. But taking my meds, I do have an entirely separate health planner. So I think that is sufficient for what I need for all my wellness stuff. I'm cutting back my sugar. So my goal is to cut sugar out of my diet. I already don't put sugar in my coffee. I just put a little bit of cream. But I do drink a lot of energy drinks and pop and stuff like that. So I'm going to cut out sugar completely. I'm not drinking anything with sugar in it. I'm going to drink a lot more water. So my goal is to drink at least 4 bottles a day, maybe 5, because I've been struggling to breastfeed. And I don't have enough milk for my little guy here. So I want to make sure that I have enough for him. Also, I'm going to start drinking herbal tea because I think the more you drink of just water and herbal tea, stuff that doesn't have sugar or extra stuff in it, I think that will help me also to not drink or crave other sugary beverages. Wednesday, Thursday, I wrote down here, my kids were crazy, and that's why it was a rough day. It was Tuesday, Wednesday. My day was rough because my kids were just out of control, and I don't know why. My son and daughter were psycho. I have no idea what it was from, unless they were coming down from the sugar high that we had in Red Deer maybe. But it was the toughest few days, besides me doing all the work and them having just being crazy. I just I could barely handle it, you guys. Like, it was crazy. I also had a question about what I used to prop up my phone in my Jeep, and I just have a pop socket. So I have that little handle thing on the back you can wrap your fingers around to hold your phone, but then I have the other part of it attached to my Jeep, so it just sticks on there with like a sticky backing. But I don't have like a little arm or anything. I just did it like an easier way, so I could just pull that right off and it won't like damage my Jeep or anything. Okay, and then Thursday, so that's the other thing that happened Thursday, and I don't know if my mom wanted me to share this, but I just wanted to share it with you guys anyway, because it's a case of winning against the system in a way. So a long time ago, it was in February, my mom ran a red light, but she technically didn't run the red light. The red light caught her, but she was going 60 kilometers an hour. She was going the speed limit, and she was afraid there was ice on the road, so instead of stopping, she just went right through, because she didn't want to like accidentally she didn't want to get into an accident, right? So she just went through instead of like trying to stop, and they charged her $400. And then she came to me and she said, what do you think I should do? And I'm like, don't pay it. I would go to court and fight it. And her sister, my auntie, she's like, oh, don't fight it. You won't win. They'll make you pay the same amount anyway. But she went, and that was the appointment that I had written in my planner for the 25th. And she went, and guess what, you guys? They said they were throwing it out. The not the judge, but the lady you talked to before, the judge, she said, I'm throwing this out. And my mom was like, what do you mean? And she's like, oh, well, I'm throwing it out, or you can go and talk to the judge if you want. And she's like, oh no, thank you, that sounds so good. And my mom was like so joyful and so like grateful for it that she was like crying on her way out. So I just wanted to share that, because I just wanted to show that good things can still happen to good people. You know, and also the other thing I wanted to show is that the reason why that if you run a red light or anything, if you were speeding, you probably have no justification for trying to go to court and win it. But if you weren't spinning and you ended up going through, most likely, I think, in my opinion, I think you'd probably win, like what showed with my mom there, because it just doesn't make sense. Why would you run a red light if you're going the speed limit, right? And my mom is also a senior. She doesn't have an extra $400 to her income to be able to pay a ticket. But most people, when they get like a speeding ticket or a stoplight ticket or whatever type of ticket, they usually just end up paying it, because otherwise they'd have to go downtown, they have to miss work. So it's not worthwhile to like try to fight it. But anyway, my mom's case, it was totally worth it. So I'm glad she went and did that. Yeah, Friday was a long day. So that's what we did. We came back from Two Hills. We picked up my son. We came home. We vegged for a little bit, sat at our patio. My mom left after a little while because she was going to come back later to watch the kids for us. She left. We sat outside for quite a while, let the kids play outside. And then I went up and did my makeup. I did a bronze makeup look, which probably won't be posting to my channel for a little bit, unless I start posting weekly, which I might. But anyway, it's the bronze makeup look with the Natasha Denona palette. And then we went to Franco's and we had an amazing karaoke night. We stayed out till 2, came home, and we didn't get to bed till 3. So yesterday was a little rough in the sleep department. Yeah, and then yesterday we just I think we chilled yesterday. I always forget what I did unless I wrote it down, and I didn't write any notes yesterday. But then today, my husband let me sleep until 9. And he woke up at 8 with my daughter. He came out and mowed the grass, and I got all 3 of my videos done, so I'm so happy. One more thing. So Chad had talked to his boss on, I think it was Thursday or Friday. His boss had called him and said, would you be willing to work night shift? And because Chad had mentioned before that he would be up to working night shift if that became a possibility. So the only reason he would say working night shift is because it allows us to go to appointments during the day, allows Chad to go to appointments during the day without missing work. So right now, if Chad, he would work, he has to be there for 7 in the morning. Yeah, technically he starts work at 7, and then he's done at 5:30. So 10-hour days, because it's 7 to 5, but with a half-hour break. So he's home at 6 every night, and he leaves at 6 in the morning. So he's gone for 12 hours a day. During the day, if we have an appointment, say like June 7th, for example, we have an appointment at 1 o'clock for Logan. Chad would have to leave work at 12. So he's missing 5 hours of work to be there with me for Logan's appointment. So if Chad works during night shift, he'll wake up right before we have to go, and then we'll leave at 12 to be there for 1. So that way he can come with me and he's not missing work. We come home from the appointment, we'll have supper because the appointment's at 1, it's like early enough. We'll have supper, and then he can be off on his way to work again. So it works out perfectly, and he doesn't have to leave till 6 p.m. So anyway, so we were talking about this, and he had mentioned it to me, and I'm like, well, we need to know, like, for how long is it? Is it a permanent thing? Will you be able to switch your mind if you want to? Can you go back to days? Are you going as foreman? Are you going to keep your lead hand rate? There is an additional $3 an hour premium if you work night shift, so it's more money, and it's also more money in the fact that we would no longer have to miss appointment or miss work for appointments, right? So he called his boss, and his boss was like, yeah, it's only for about a month and a bit, so it'd basically be for the month of June, and then July, August, he would be back to days again. So I think we're going to say yes. He would probably start this upcoming Tuesday. So that's another thing that I'll let you guys know next week, how the week goes, because the struggle is going to be in the evening for me, I think. Supper right now, we eat at 6 when my husband gets home. So we'll have to change supper times to 4:30 probably because he leaves at 6. So I'd have to have supper ready for 4:35 for us to have time to eat and then have time to do dishes. And then he would be out the door. So then I think my struggle would come in the evening time when I'm putting my daughter to bed, because right now it's easier because my husband will have Logan, or I'll have Logan, and then the other one of us will go upstairs and put Danica to bed. And lately it's just been a struggle. Like I said, my kids were crazy the last couple of days. I don't know what's been going on, but it's been very difficult. So that would be hard for me, I think, as a transition, because I would have to take Logan up with her. And especially when I give her bath, I would have to have Logan with me. And I don't know, like, whether he'd be sleeping or if he's awake or if I have to feed him. Like, it just might be harder. And then also the transition of putting Logan to bed. So kind of how it works right now is he doesn't really fall asleep until I go to bed. Once I go to bed and the lights are out and it's quiet, that's when he actually truly falls asleep. And right now he'll fall asleep because in the evening, like after I'm done my work and I'm done with supper and I've done the dishes, I usually don't work after dinner. Like today is an exception because I will be, oh yeah, I have the barbecue to do too. But today is an exception because I will be filming my compact video tonight. And I think that's just going to be a Sunday thing that I want to do as like an extra video type thing. But ordinarily during the week, I would not work after dishes are done. I just want to relax in the evening. So I would feed Logan, and he usually, like, if my husband's helping me rock him, because I just can't do it, my shoulder hurts really, really bad when I'm like holding him now. So my husband will usually rock him, like I'll feed him, he'll rock him to sleep, and he usually passes out about 8-9 o'clock, as long as it's completely quiet. So what we've been doing is my daughter has her bath at 7, she goes to bed right after. My son has his bath at 8 o'clock, and they take baths every second day. And we tell my son, even though he's 9 years old, we get him in bed by 8:30, because he usually doesn't go to bed till 10, but he refuses to sleep. He keeps his TV on and he watches TV. So we're thinking of pulling the cord out of his TV so he can't watch it, but he's afraid of the dark and he's been having lots of nightmares. So I don't know. It's a transition for all of the kids. I feel like it's just been really difficult. So anyway, so that's transition. So I will give you guys the insider information next week and let you know how the whole week goes, because this will probably be a month or a little bit more than a month that we'll have this night shift. Oh, and the other update too is that if he does that, he'll work Monday night through till Friday night, and then he would be off on the weekend as of Saturday morning. So we would no longer be going to Franco's karaoke unless I go by myself. So my mom said that she would babysit for me to go to Franco's, or we could go to Franco's Saturday night. So that's a possibility as well. So my son could go to my mom's Friday night, and then she could sleep over at our house Saturday, and we could go to a different karaoke place that is further away but still has the same host as what we're used to, but we just wouldn't be able to go to our bar, which is Franco's, which is closer to us because we like to have the option to walk. So yeah, so I don't know, but those are the updates. So I will let you guys know that information next week. I think the last couple of days, I don't know if it's hormones or if it's postpartum or what, but I have been feeling a little sad, you know, in regards to my son Logan, just about how not how difficult things are, but just kind of for his future and stuff. I've been feeling a little down about it, and I just want to be transparent. When people post videos on YouTube, everything isn't just all like rainbows and butterflies. Like, it's real life still, even if people make it look out to be, you know, all happy and great. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm still kind of going through. I don't think it's ever going to change. I'm never going to feel great about the fact that he has cystic fibrosis. It's going to be hard for me always, and I don't think I'm ever going to come to terms with it. I don't think. I've talked to you guys in that one video where I updated you on Logan's medical journey at the beginning there. I'm at the point where, no, that's a lie. I can still, people tried talking to me at the funeral about him, and I couldn't bring myself to talk about it because I started tearing up. If I talk to my camera, if I'm talking to you guys right now, I know that sometimes like hundreds of people could be watching this video and I'm not tearing up because I'm not talking to somebody who's like giving me a hug or be like, it's okay, like it's okay to feel your feelings, right? Like, don't be afraid of it. It is what it is. We're all human, and when something bad happens, it's sad, right? It's just easier for myself to like hold it back and not worry about it. There's something I've been trying to write in my journal, and whenever I go to write it, I can't bring myself to write it because it just makes me sad. I've been trying to write it in my Hobonichi, and it's hard. Speaking of my Hobonichi, I don't think I actually wrote in it today, but I have to do that. So I think that's it for this week. We're gonna go swimming after this video. We take Logan. The only thing he can't do is he can't go in the hot tub, but that's okay because he's just a baby, and we'll just have to teach him when he's older. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really glad that you're here with me on this journey, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe, click on that bell button, and I will see you guys next week with another update video. And I promise I'll write more notes about what I've done each day so I actually remember what to talk about. I'll probably show my planners and maybe my goals. I'm going to be working on my July goals here soon. What else? I have to water my plants today. I probably have to fertilize them soon. So anyway, and I'll do a garden vlog too. Maybe I'll do a vlog with my garden in these videos just so you guys can see my yard and all the pretties. And my husband kind of broke the ice with the neighbors today. When they first started moving in, we tried to say hi and they were busy and they were a little standoffish, and so I wasn't sure what to think, but they seemed friendlier today, so that was good. I just wanted to say that. But my little babe's getting hungry and we're going to go swimming soon, so I will talk to you guys again next week. But again, stay tuned tonight. I will try my hardest to get my compact video filmed and edited, and I'll post it tonight so that you have that video. And I will catch you guys again next week. Bye.